Hey guys, what's up? It's Jaded. So today I wanted to share the importance of movement speed and why it's so important, and I think a lot of people are overlooking this stat. Movement speed is really going to benefit you regardless of your class, regardless of your spec, but specifically for Double Tornado, I've noticed a lot more improvements than just getting from point A to point B. So I'm going to share some of that with you because recently I acquired Tyrael's chest piece, which has movement speed on it, and before then I didn't really understand how important this stat really is. Now when I bought this item, I just planned to resell it because it was put up just way too cheap compared to everything else, and so I was gonna make some money off of it, but I ended up testing it out and seeing how good it was because I think it's one of the better chests in the game, and you can get it for any class. You can roll dex or int as well, and yeah, I mean, the second I put it on, it just felt so good to run around. Movement speed's really addicting to me. But yeah, so I ended up losing like 7k life in return for this, but I think it's definitely worth it. You know, it does get a little more sketchy in some areas where I take a little bit too much damage, don't have as much time to react, but I think it definitely has improved my XP speed, my loot finding speed, just, you know, clearing Act 3 in general. And for all the Double Tornado barbs out there who are watching, I strongly recommend at least trying changing Bash with Frenzy with the movement speed rune. Now, I don't necessarily think it's a better skill for that slot. You know, I'm still a huge fan of Bash, but I think there will be some people who really enjoy just the movement speed that Frenzy gives. All you have to do is attack something once and you get the speed buff. So basically it helps you get from one mob pack to the other. And if you're not running out of Fury, then maybe you should try it. If you find it uncomfortable, you know, obviously you could go back to Bash, but I just think you should at least check it out. Anyways, Tyrael's Might is not the only movement speed item, and I'm going to go over some of the other ones you guys might be interested in. So obviously on your boots, you're going to want them if you have rare boots, or if you can get, you know, one of the many set boots with them. I've been using this old pair of Sage Seekers for a long time now. But I'd been looking to upgrade the Ice Climbers because of the stats are just so good on them. But the problem is they don't have movement speed, you know, innately on them. So you're gonna pay a pretty penny to get that. Lacuni Prowlers, or Lusuni Prowlers, or Lacuni I don't even know. Someone will correct me. But anyways, these have movement speed, and these are very popular now, the new version of them. The thing is, getting really good ones is very, very rare. In fact, it's so hard to find like the perfect Lacuni Prowlers. They basically roll 3 random properties. They get attack speed, movement speed, but that's it. You have to get the 3 random properties to be either strength, vitality, all resist, or crit chance. You know, those are the 3 you're probably looking for. And typically the stat that rolls for your strength or your dex is not going to be that high. So I'm kind of torn on picking these up because essentially they can be really good, but again, they're going to be so expensive. But if you don't want the crit chance or something like that, maybe you could find a really good pair of them, and they're still pretty decent. The movement speed is really key though. I would definitely, no matter what you do, at least try to get some movement speed for cheap if you can't afford really high-end items. Now if you're a Demon Hunter or a Monk, you might want to check out Ina's pants, either the Legacy version or the new updated version. Both of them have movement speed on them. And also the Inquisitor, if you're a Demon Hunter, has really good stats and it has that movement speed. But apart from those items, those are like the main ones in my opinion. There are other ones with it, but I just don't think they're that great of items. Like there's a 2-handed mace with it, but you know, if it doesn't fit your build, you're not going to use a 2-handed mace. And likewise with some of the jewelry, there's the set ring, the compass rose. There's Wanderlust, which is the legacy ring. There's the 300 spear, which is the offhand for weapon throw barbs. You know, really any way you can get your hands on some movement speed, I highly recommend it because it's gonna just help you be more efficient. And even if you lose some DPS, or even if you lose some effective HP, it's most likely worth it unless it's just a massive chunk that you can't make up for elsewhere. But that's gonna do it for me, guys. Go out, give yourself some movement speed, zip around the map, clear some mobs extra fast, and I will see you next time.